Greetings everyone! You're watching the channel Aviation Obsession. So imagine the days when the Airbus A380 and Boeing 747 were the sky's undisputed giants. Those double-decker bad boys ruled long-haul travel, but times have changed and aviation has leveled up. The cool part? Some airlines weren't playing favorites. They went for both the A380 and the 747 at different times. How awesome is that? In this video, we're diving into the stories of airlines that rocked both giants, spilling the beans on their histories, fleet decisions, and the juicy stories behind why they opted for both of these massive birds. Air France. Back in June 1970, Air France welcomed the Boeing 747 to its squad, and boy, did it make a grand entrance. Over the next 46 years, they had a whopping 52 jumbo jets in action. But you know how it goes. High maintenance costs eventually whisper retirement in their ears. The last Air France 747 flight happened on January 11, 2016, waltzing from Paris to Mexico City. But hold up, let's rewind a bit. For a cool 7 years before the 747's retirement bash, Air France was rocking both the 747 and the A380 at the same time. Their A380 journey kicked off in October 2009, making them the cool kids as the first European airline to ride the super jumbo wave. Fast forward, they had 9 more A380s in their hangar. Life was grand until the plot twist in March 2020, when, thanks to the not-so-welcome guest COVID-19, the A380s had to take an early retirement. All Nippon Airways. At one point, the Japanese aviation maestros, ANA, had a staggering 46 majestic 747s. From the Dash 100 to the Dash 400, these queens of the skies did it all, from shuttling folks to hauling cargo. Their ANA 747 saga began in 1978, ruling the skies gloriously for 36 years until their grand retirement party in 2014. Now, fast forward to the A380 era. ANA joined the Super Jumbo Club with 3 of those massive birds. The debutante ANA A380 made its entrance in 2019, all set to rock the aviation stage. But plot twist. The pandemic crashed the party and service had to take a rain check. Unlike some other carriers, ANA didn't have the A380 and the 747 doing a duet in the skies. Nope, there's a cool 5-year gap between the last 747 waving goodbye and the A380 strutting its stuff. British Airways. British Airways has been partying it up because it's been a solid 10 years since the Super Jumbo joined the family. All 12 of British Airways' A380s are still ruling the skies. But hold on, the Boeing 747 has a different story to tell. The last American-made jumbo jet to dance with British Airways is currently getting a makeover. Well, more like a disassembly. Why, you ask? It's been through a whopping 91,000 flight hours over a fantastic 21 years. Picture this. The last hurrah for the British Airways 747 happened on December 11, 2020. Quite the send-off, right? Now, British Airways has decided to bid farewell to their 747s in 2020, but not before the A380 made its grand entrance in 2013. So, for a good 7 years, the airline had both the A380 and the iconic 747 strutting their stuff. Etihad Airways. Etihad Airways has a fleet of 10 A380s, but here's the scoop. Only 2 are currently in action, 2 are taking a spa day, and the remaining 6 are chilling in storage. After 3 years of pandemic-induced hiatus, Etihad decided it was time for the A380 to shine again. They brought them back on the London-Abu Dhabi route in July 2023, marking a grand return. Fun fact. Etihad has never vibed with the Boeing 747 for passengers. Nope, not their style. They did have a cargo love affair with the 747-400F and -8F, leased from Atlas Air for Etihad Cargo. But sorry to break it to you, they're not soaring through the skies for Etihad anymore. Lufthansa. Lufthansa is making waves with its aviation game, rocking both the A380 and the Boeing 747. They've got 8 classic 747-400s and a whopping 19 A380s in their fleet. Talk about a power duo. But here's the real kicker. Lufthansa is not just cruising with these giants. They're upgrading their game with a brand new business class cabin. And guess what? This VIP pass is applicable to both the A380 and the 747. Now, let's rewind to 2001, when Lufthansa ordered 15 Super Jumbos. Fast forward to May 9th, 2010, and there you have it. Their first A380 landed, making them the second European airline to join the A380 club. Air France took the lead as always. In March 2022, Lufthansa hinted at retiring their A380 fleet. However, in June 2022, they made a surprising turnaround, deciding to keep the Super Jumbos flying high until the early 2030s. Qantas Airways. Get ready for a little love story from down under, because Qantas, Australia's pride and joy, had a real thing going on with the 747 for a whopping 49 years. But like all good things, this love affair came to an end in July 2020. Now, let's zip forward to 2008, when they welcomed their first ever A380 into the family. And guess what? These bad boys are still rocking it in Qantas's fleet, with a solid 10 of them doing their thing in the skies. So, for a good 12 years, from 2008 to 2020, Qantas had the A380 and the legendary 747 flaunting their prowess. Hold on, here's the plot twist. Qantas is flipping the script for the next decade. CEO Vanessa Hudson spilled the tea that the A380 is getting a retirement party, and they're bringing in the cool kids of the aviation block, new-gen aircraft like the A350. Qatar Airways. Let's time travel to 1995, when Qatar Airways grabbed 2 cool 747s from ANA, adding a third from Air Mauritius a year later. But here's the twist. The jumbo jet trio had a short stint and took an early retirement bow by 1998. Switching gears to the A380, Qatar Airways' European-built double-decker stole the spotlight. 8 out of their 10 A380s are still ruling the skies, but there's a plot twist. CEO Al Baker spilled the beans that Super Jumbos are a bit too much, contributing to a $4 billion loss in 2021. Yikes! Brace yourselves, because Qatar Airways is gearing up for a change, phasing out the Super Jumbos and making room for the next big thing in the aviation scene. Let's take a trip to Asia, where Korean Air and Asiana are rocking the aviation scene with not one but 2 cool aircraft types. Korean Air flaunts its pride with 10 A380s, but here's the twist. Only half of the squad is currently ruling the skies. And hold on to your seats. Korean Air's got a whopping 27 747s in their fleet, doing both passenger and cargo hustles. Now let's swing by Asiana Airlines, where they've got 6 A380s and 11 trusty 747s in their fleet. But here's the scoop. Those jumbo jets are rocking the cargo life like nobody's business. Shifting gears to Thai Airways, they joined the A380 party in 2012 with 6 of these bad boys. But here's a twist in the tale. After decades of rocking the 747 vibe, with nearly 20 of them strutting their stuff, both the A380 and 747 took a bow and left the stage in 2020. And here comes Malaysia Airlines, bringing the heat with 6 A380s and a history of dozens of 747s. They wrapped up their passenger 747 gigs in 2015, and the A380s bid farewell in 2020. Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines is rocking not 1, but 2 giant aircraft types. They have a whopping 14 A380s in their fleet, with 10 soaring the skies, 3 in storage, and 1 enjoying a spa day with maintenance. But hold on, there's more! Singapore Airlines proudly owns 7747 freighters, making serious magic happen in the cargo world. Fun fact, their last passenger 747 bid farewell in 2012, marking the end of an era. Let's rewind to the good times when Singapore Airlines was the cool kid on the block, juggling both the A380 and 747 for a solid 5 years of passenger operations. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this video as fascinating as we did, don't be shy. Hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. And hey, if you've got some cool topics in mind for our next video, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.